Hello YouTubers! For this video, Road to the Draft, I'm going to analyse the West Coast Eagles drafting in the last few years from 2021 to 2023. Have a look at the type of position players that the Eagles have drafted and position that they are missing that they require to draft in this upcoming draft. In looking at the YouTube notifications, I've got, thank you, 7% of my subscribers continue to watch my video. And if you're new to this, there's 92.6% of non-subscribed watchers that are watching this video of mine or my previous videos in the last few months. It will be greatly much appreciated if you can subscribe, comment and like. All subscribers will be much appreciated. Alright, let's get the show started. Let's go. Come on. Yeah. Let's look at the history of the last 3 years of the AFL draft by the West Coast Eagles, starting from 2021 and concluding at 2023. For 2021, the Eagles had 5 picks in the national draft, and they took midfielder in Chesler, a defender in Hu, a key defender in Bazzo, key forward in Jack Williams, and unfortunately they delisted Greg Clark. From those 4 picks out of the 5, they've done pretty good, with most of these players have played games. Chesler with 32, Hu with 53 games, Bazzo with 21, and he's a key defender, and Jack Williams with 29 games as a key forward. And one of the reasons why Jack Darling was traded to allow more game time to the young key forwards. In the following year, in the 2022 draft, the Eagles had 5 picks in the national draft. And with their first pick, pick 9, or prior to the start of the draft, I reckon the Eagles had pick 2, and then they turned that pick 2 into 2 picks in the first round, pick 9 and pick 14. And with pick 9, the Eagles had taken Gimby, who's a midfielder half-back, and he's already played 40 games in the 2 years. Elijah Hewitt, unfortunately, was injured for all of this season 2024, and he's played 14 games, and he's a midfielder. Harry Barnett is a developing young ruckman from South Australia in West Adelaide. He's played a couple games. And the 4th player taken with pick 29, Kobe Bugil, unfortunately has been delisted by the Eagles. And the last player that they took with pick 58 was Noel Long, who's a midfield forward, and he's played 26 games. Excluding Bugil and Barnett, who's a developing ruckman, the Eagles have also done pretty good in this draft. Gimby playing 40 games, Long 26. They've struck pretty well in the 2021 and 22 drafts, respectively. Now we look at the 2023 draft. They had 4 picks and a zone selection, as well as ours 5 in total. With pick 1, you couldn't go wrong with that. Harley Reid, gonna be a gun, midfield forward. Second player with pick 3 that the Eagles had was a key forward they drafted in Archery. Hasn't played any games yet, but he's a 203cm key forward and will take time to develop. The third player that the Eagles took was Clay Hall with pick 38, and he's a midfielder. He's played 3 games. And the 4th player was Harvey Johnson at pick 49. He's a defender, a medium defender, and played 6 games for season 2024. And the 5th player was a zone selection, Cohen Livingstone, who's a ruck forward at 200cm height and will be a future ruck forward in the squad. The breakdown of the positions that the Eagles drafted over those 3 years, from 21 to 2023, they drafted 3 midfielders, they drafted 2 midfield forwards, they drafted 1 midfield who can play halfback, Gimby, they've drafted 1 key defender, they drafted 2 medium defenders, they drafted 1 medium forward, drafted 2 key forwards, and they drafted 2 ruck or forward, i.e. Livingstone and Barnett. The first pick that the Eagles have in the 2024 draft is pick 12. However, this pick is likely to shift a few positions. I'm guessing it will be pick 15, given that I've got Ashcroft in my top 3 in my mock draft, and I assume that Kako from the SNNGA and Lombard from the Gold Coast Academy to all be taken before West Coast pick 12, and therefore shifting West Coast initial pick 12 to pick 15. What needs to West Coast need for this pick 15? Or do they go for the best player available? Having a look at the number of draftees that the Eagles have taken, in the last 3 years, they've only taken one key defender, and this year's trade period, they lost Tom Barras to Hawthorn, and Jeremy McGowan will be or I should say he'll be 33 years old for the 2025 season. Therefore, if they're going for position needs, it may be a key defender. However, let's have a look what players I believe will be available for West Coast first round pick. The dream would be Boy Allen. I've got Richmond looking at taking Boy Allen with their picks in the 11-12 range, therefore beating West Coast to draft the local Western Australian talent of Allen. With your first rounders, you want to take the best available. However, there is a key forward in one mock draft that may be available at West Coast first pick or first rounder, and that's Luke Traynor. He's an 194cm key defender from the Sandringham Dragons under-18s from Wick Metro. He would be the perfect replacement for Tom Barras and Jeremy McGovern. Other players in the mix for West Coast first pick is Xavier Lindsay. He's an 182cm midfielder who can also play a bit of halfback from the Gibson Power. He has good kicking skills and can also go into the midfield. Potentially you could rotate Lindsay, Chesser and Gimby all between halfback and the midfield in the coming years. Or you got Cooper Hines, who's a 109cm midfield forward from the Dandenong Stingrays in the Big Country, can kick goals and can play in the midfield, so he can rotate between the midfield and the forward. Or you got the deadly Joe Berry, small forward at 180cm, who plays for the My Bush Rangers in the Big Country. However, the Eagles do have another small forwards on their list, Chele, Dewar, and also the Eagles are likely to take the academy player, NGA player, Malake Champion with a later pick in this year's draft. Therefore, do you go for two small forwards in the same draft? This is a spot to watch, even though it is a position of needs, but I do have him pretty up there in my best available talent available at West Coast first round pick in Luke Traynor, who's a key defender. So he fits both, fits their needs as a key defender, and also is one of the best available players available at West Coast first round pick. So what are your thoughts, West Coast supporters or AFL supporters in general? Please leave some comments below, and to debate or not debate, just have your opinion, and if I'm correct or incorrect, feel free to put some comments. And yeah, it'll be greatly appreciated if you can subscribe and like to my channel. All subs would be much appreciated. Alright, I'll do another video on another team. Who will it be? Alright, see ya.